You are looking at images of John Eastside McAllister. He was one of the inmates heavily featured on the recent Netflix series filmed inside the Pulaski County Jail.
McAllister died this past weekend with a little less than a month left before his release from state prison. That's where we begin tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rolly Hoyt.
And I'm Faith Wooder. McAllister and the other inmates on the show were challenged with becoming a community after the sheriff unlocked the doors and removed the guards. All new tonight, TV311's Ashley Godwin sits down with the family of the man that Netflix viewers knew as Eastside.
For him to be in the spotlight and be such a big participant in the series was not a surprise to most of us.
John Eastside McAllister was featured on Netflix's Unlocked a Jail Experiment. He became known as a goofy inmate who got in some trouble making bootleg alcohol and tattooing other inmates.
Oh, you guys are gonna ruin it for all of us.
Eastside was in jail for multiple charges, including possession of meth or cocaine with the purpose to deliver, criminal mischief, breaking and entering, theft of property, and possession of firearms by certain persons. His cousin, Michaela says they started to see him go down the path of drugs when he was a teenager.
He didn't always pick the best friends. He didn't surround himself with the greatest of people.
But despite this, Eastside seemed to want better for himself, especially after the show.
Being a participant in the series really opened his eyes to the struggles that he was going to endure when he got out, that he was ready for.
Eastside was transferred to a prison in Pine Bluff last October. He had 28 more days until his release when he died this past weekend. Prison officials do not suspect foul play, and suicide has been ruled out in his cause of death.
It's really hard to believe that we're not going to see him again. He's not going to walk through the door. He's not going to give us a phone call. It's really hard.
From planning his future to planning his funeral, his family hopes those moments from his time on the show will encourage everyone to aspire for a better life.
And something that he said just stuck with you, and you kept that memory. Keep it. Keep it, because he wanted to change the world. And he loved being inspiration for people, and I would hold it. I would hold it just as like we are holding on to the memories that we have.
In Pulaski County, Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
Ashley, thank you. An autopsy is being performed to determine the exact cause of McAllister's death.